Hello everyone, welcome to something new, something that's really timely right now, a tier list maker. I have a very small one here today because I thought this would be fun. I was working on a few other projects, and to kill time I play a lot of free-to-play FPS games because there's no risk to play them. That's why I like them so much, genuinely. And back in the day when I had a really poor computer and was very young, and I was very poor, these were my go-to. These obviously aren't all of them. I was trying my hardest to think of like everyone I played, everyone I could think of. This was just the list of games that came to mind. Some of them are a little bit older, but a lot of them are pretty relevant, so I thought it'd be fun just to talk about them. And let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's just, no more talking. Let's start with the granddaddy, not the granddaddy, the best one though. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I love this game. I have so many hours logged into it. I got really into it like the tail end of my senior year of high school, and then out of high school when I had just a job and a bunch of free time. Your boy played a lot of Counter-Strike. All right, I love this game. A lot of the stuff they've done to it since I played it has been hit or miss, but for the most part when I played it, the updates were nice. They kept things fresh, consistent. It was a great game. I loved it. That's it. Really not much poor things to say about Counter-Strike. It's S tier, that's why I did it first. I don't know if it's the only S tier here, but it's the one I knew from the start was S tier. So second, I have a game called Sector's Edge. This is a game I've been playing on and off recently. It's alright. It has a really cool concept. I do like it a lot. I think it has a lot of potential, just not a lot of players. So, what is it? It's like it's a free-to-play FPS game. Who'd have thought? Where you can like build, and the guns are really smooth. It's one of those games where if you die, you just kind of like want to get back into it and like kill the person who killed you. You don't normally feel cheated from kills. There's a lot of cool guns. There's like a hit scan, sort of like rocket launcher type gun, which I freaking love. It's gonna go in B tier. Now this is a little bit backwards because I have S, A, B, C, D. I thought I want to change D to F. And or maybe just add an F. I don't know. It's too late now. So B is middle of the road. B is a C right now. I didn't realize my Twitter at was at the very bottom. Hold on, can I scroll up? I can. That's a little embarrassing. Black Squad. I really like this game as well. There's a lot to do. It's a very stereotypical free-to-play game where there's like a market where you can buy guns with real money or earned in-game money. It's not too overpowered though, because a lot of the guns that you can buy that are really good are really cheap. This is another game that I spent a lot of hours in. It was sort of like my go-to after I was done with Counter-Strike because it was another FPS game, and it was like a 5v5 bomb defusal game mode, which was, I wonder, why I like that so much, because it comes straight from Counter-Strike. They added a ranked way after I was done. I wonder if my mic is picking up that motorcycle outside. They added a ranked way after I was done. It was sort of like, after I lost interest for the game. It's something that if they would have added a lot earlier, I think would have been, would have helped a lot more keep the player count, at least keep me, I guess. The Black Squad goes in A. Also, a lot of these games just don't have great names. I don't know what the big problem is with naming your free-to-play FPS game something decent. Also, a lot of these images are so poorly cropped. Holy shit, I didn't realize that until now either. So, the more likely granddaddy, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We're gonna move each of these down one because it didn't make sense. I was getting confused myself with the lettering because I for some reason explained it to you, but my monkey brain didn't retain the information very quick. So this is more like a D. This is F. Okay, Team Fortress 2 or Fortree. as we have right here. I played a lot of Team Fortress back in high school as well. This was like early high school. Team Fortress 2 is like one of the games that like kind of got me into PC gaming. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And I really liked it. I can't play it anymore. I am just garbage at it. I don't know what happened. I either have to play medic or sniper, or else I just legitimately can't get a kill. It's depressing. So for the fact that it's kind of made me sad in recent years, and this is hard because I don't think it's the same level as Black Squad, but I think it's B tier for different reasons. I think they're both B tier for completely different reasons, if that makes sense. Team Fortress 2 is definitely a better game. I would recommend Team Fortress 2 over Black Squad to most people, but they're both B tier. If that makes any sense. It should, but again, explaining things isn't always easy. Alright, Polygon. Another free-to-play game I've been playing a handful amount recently. It's like if someone took Battlefield and made it, lowered the graphic quality and lowered the physics engine. It's really hard. It's really hard to describe. I'll have gameplay of all the games going on in the background as I talk about them. It's another game that just doesn't have a big player base, but you can consistently find servers. Has a mixed rating on Steam. I don't think that's very fair. I like the game, probably because there's a bunch of children playing it, and I 90% of the time am at the top of the leaderboard, so I feel cool. It makes me feel good about myself. So Polygon, you're not great. You're nowhere near D tier. You're a C, because you make me feel good. And sometimes that's all I can ask for. So this next one's confusing because it says Warzone. I know it's not Warzone because Warzone... Wait, what? Rebirth Island, right there. I think it's Crossfire. I didn't play Crossfire a lot. From what I've seen, from what I played of it, it reminds me a lot of Counter-Strike 1.6. It's not for me. It's like one of those old school classic free-to-play FPS games. Wasn't for me. Wasn't bad. Just again, it didn't hit me the right way. Dirty Bomb. The people who made Brink made Dirty Bomb. It's a fun little fact for you. It was a lot of fun. I really like Dirty Bomb. I didn't play it a lot, but the times I did play it, I really enjoyed it. It was one of those games where like I would download, play heavily for like a week, and then uninstall it, and then like 2 months later re-download it, because like it killed time. That's sometimes all you can ask for from a game. So it goes right in with the other games that are just killing time for me. Apex Legends. Depending on who you talk to, a lot of people are going to say this is the best Battle Royale game right now. And it's fun. The movement in it is very smooth. Again, I have a monkey brain, and I'm not good at movement shooters anymore like I used to be. Grappling hooks are so cool. I love the feel of them in like almost any game I play, but I can't use them because I can't, like, my brain can't do that math. If like I'm in the air, if I see someone go past me, I have to flick over to the right and shoot them. I'm gonna be so late, and it's D tier. This is a personal list, alright? If there's anyone else, it'd probably be like A or S, whatever. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's just not for me. Again, why? Just not a big fan. PlanetSide 2. This game was so cool when it first came out. It was these grand wars. It was one of the few games to this day still that does like the 1v1v1, or like the, team v team v team, where it's 3 teams all battling against each other. Some of these situations I would get myself into in this game were so cool, like fighting from 2 different fronts, holding down your little command post, battle station, whatever. That being said, on the other hand, sometimes it was the most spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die situation. And I don't like that. I don't I don't like spawning to my death as frequently as I did in this game. I still really liked it though. I think it earns C tier. we're gonna do one quick little adjustment. One quick Team Fortress is A tier. That's it. Warface. All right, this game is interesting. I don't play it on PC. I actually play it on my Switch every now and then. It's like my go-to game. Like before I'd go to bed, I would just whip out my Switch and play it for like 30 minutes. It's consistent. It's probably the best FPS game on the Switch that I've played, and I don't know. It kills time. It's a game I haven't sunk a lot of time into. I don't see why I would. It's very bare bone. I think there's like a ranked game mode. I don't know. But that being said, I do like it. It works for what it is, and it's still downloaded on my Switch. So you know what? B tier, right next to Black Squad. Another B tier could also be the worst named games. Black Squad and Warface are probably the two worst named games on this list, but they did it. They got B tier. Warzone. I specifically grabbed the Rebirth Island photo because it's so much better than Verdansk, especially way better than Verdansk 1984. Rebirth Island is so fast paced, it just keeps you moving. I got like 12 kills, which blows my mind because I haven't gotten anywhere near that in Verdansk. Maybe like 5 or 6 is my most kills. I've won a handful of games on Rebirth Island because it's so much more fun to like replay if you lose really quick. Warzone as a total, for me, is probably gonna get whoever watched this and actually watched all this way through and, you know, has like decent opinions on video games probably thinks I'm an idiot. It's A tier. I love playing it with my friends. Playing it alone sucks. I will admit I don't touch Warzone unless I have a group of people playing it. But with that group of people and Rebirth, that is a great night. Put a couple Yinglings in your stomach. You're going to have a good time. Ring of Elysium, right away, D tier. It was the most boring Battle Royale game I ever played. There were so many bots and none of them just seemed to like react to me. I would just walk past them. They wouldn't shoot me and I would just like look to my right and notice I walked past a guy and then kill him. So terrible. Not a fan. I would not recommend it. Iron Sight. Iron Sight's a real interesting game because it has like the formula to be really fun, really enjoyable, and like just a great game. Especially for what I like. I really loved Black Ops 2. And Iron Sight almost seems to try to replicate the Black Ops 2 formula with a lot of the gunplay, the score streaks, if I remember correctly. What I think I didn't realize what made Black Ops 2 so great were the maps, and also I had friends that played Black Ops 2. I couldn't get anyone to play Iron Sight with me. It's not fun. I don't like a lot of the maps, and it's not for me. It's one of those games that has the formula to be good and just isn't for some reason. It's not for me. D tier. Paladins, the big bad boy Paladins. I'm really interested in Paladins. I don't like it. I watch a handful of Paladins like YouTube videos. Cyberbolt does Paladins related content and I really enjoy his content, but I don't like Paladins. I don't get it. I've tried to play it again a handful of times. I've downloaded Paladins and it's either like there's a hero I play against that I just can't seem to beat, or I don't know what. I prefer it over Overwatch. If I had to play one or the other, I'd probably pick Paladins. But if I were given almost any other game to choose from, I would probably not pick Paladins at all. So, for me, it's somewhere between C or D. We're gonna go C. Counter-Strike Nexon Zombies Studio. It's Counter-Strike 1.6 made a baby with the free-to-play FPS like genre, I guess. It's weird. There's so many different game modes, a bunch of different maps, a bunch of user-made content. Not a lot of people play it though. Last time I booted it up, I couldn't find a server for a game mode I liked and for a map I liked. So I was kind of caught in this weird in-between where it was like I just don't want to play it. I guess that's not the weird in-between. But I remember playing it maybe like a year and a half ago or so, and really enjoying it. It was it's really fun back then. Now I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's a D, because C tier is like games I've enjoyed at one point. It's just like there's something that's holding it back. Polygon is like 3 updates and a decent player base away from being like my go-to FPS game right now. And Sector's Edge, I just get so tilted. But like again, it's just like a handful of updates and a player count away from being good. Dirty Bomb's dead, but I did like it when I played it. I will never return to PlanetSide 2. And Paladins is Paladins. So my last one is AVA. Alliance of Valiant Arms? AVA. Alliance Valiant Arms. It's something like that. It's something weird. It was one of the first free-to-play FPS games I ever played. Maybe... No, not predating Team Fortress 2. But, like, that wasn't just, like, a class-based. It was, like, your generic, just, like, military shooter, but free-to-play FPS game. I remember really loving it back in the day. It was fun. My friend and I would make sniper montages of it on an old YouTube channel. And... I don't know. It's one of those games I haven't played in so long that I can't make like a rational judgment for. So I'll just put it in C tier because that seems to make the most sense to me. That's it. As you can see, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, of course, is an S tier. And then moving down, you can make your own judgments. The only thing that I think everyone can agree on is that Counter-Strike Global Offensive is S tier. Everything after that, everyone's is going to be different. There might be more S tier games if you really. I know, obviously, I know Team Fortress 2's player base. I know Paladin, like people put. But what I was gonna say is, you can go do this yourself. I would love if someone you did it yourself, or you tell me in the comments where where you'd put, or what you'd even just put in S tier. What are your S tier free to play FPS games? Let me know if I missed like a handful of big free-to-play FPS games too, because this was like something I've been waiting to do all week, and I was just trying to think of everyone I could think of. And I know during the week I would think of a game and I would forget to write it down or something, and I just came home and I just looked up, like Googled like best free-to-play FPS games in 2021 and whatnot, just to sort of fill out what I maybe had thought of and forgot. But yeah, I have some other like actual edited content coming, but I thought this would be fun. Been listening to just a bunch of videos of people just talking about stuff they love, and I was like, what do I love? A good free-to-play FPS game to waste your time. I just thought of one, Enlisted. I forgot to put it on here, which is confusing because I thought I put it in my Google Doc, but I must have forgot. I don't like Enlisted. It's very boring to me. There's too many bots. I get the whole like squad thing they have going for it. It's very interesting. I like when I die, I can just instantly respond to someone else that was near me. So if I know who killed me, I can pretty normally trade that out. But shooting people that really don't react to your gunshots isn't fun to me. You're just shooting like, I don't know, the thought of a person pretty much. I don't know. The fucking beta of a person. I don't know how to describe it. I don't like it. It'd probably be D tier for me. That being said, off on that tangent, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, you can go to tiermaker.com. I'll tweet out this link after I edit and upload this video so you guys can jump along with me. I definitely thought a lot more games are going to be closer to B and A tier. I didn't realize a lot of the games that I've wasted so many hours of my life into I don't even consider good games. So that's something to think about, Stop whatever game you're playing right now, or whatever game you've been playing recently, and think to yourself, where would I put this game on a tier list? Is it even a B tier? Why am I playing this game? Because I'm gonna boot up Polygon after this, and it's a fucking C tier. What am I doing? Like, what? I don't That doesn't make sense to me.